There are certain greetings that may seem small on the surface, but once you really start paying attention, you begin to realize they actually reveal a lot about how someone feels about you. So in this video, I'm going to break down the different types of greetings that subtly show she's into you. And trust me, some of these are quiet but powerful, and chances are you've experienced a few without even noticing. So stay locked in, because number 7 is the one most people overlook, but once you recognize it, you won't be able to unsee it. Let's get into it. Sign number 1, the voice switch greeting. You've probably noticed this before, but didn't really think much of it, right? That moment when she says hi and her voice suddenly shifts. Maybe it gets softer, slightly higher, or just sounds different compared to how she speaks with everyone else. That's what I call the voice switch greeting. And the thing is, it's not something she's consciously doing. It naturally happens when she's talking to someone she likes. So instead of her usual tone, you hear this warmer, more gentle version of her voice, almost like she's unintentionally trying to sound a bit sweeter. And you'll especially pick up on it if you've heard her speak to other people, because the difference becomes obvious. It's like she's adding a little more emotion into those few words. People don't randomly change their voice without reason, so when she does that around you, it usually means you've caught her attention in a way others haven't. Number 2, the quick fix greeting. You know that moment when she notices you and immediately adjusts herself, right? Maybe she fixes her hair, straightens her clothes, or quickly checks her appearance before saying hi. That's what I call the quick fix greeting, because it happens in an instant but communicates a lot. It's like her mind goes, wait, he's here, and in that brief second, she wants to present her best self to you. So she makes those small adjustments almost automatically. And it often comes with a slight change in posture or energy too, like she suddenly becomes more aware of herself in your presence. In psychology, this connects to something called impression management, which is when someone subconsciously tries to show the best version of themselves in front of someone they care about. So when you notice that quick adjustment right before she greets you, it's not random. It's a subtle indicator that your presence genuinely matters to her. Third, the priority greeting. You can learn a lot about how someone feels just by who they choose first, right? And that's exactly what this is about. When she walks into a room full of people and still comes directly to you before anyone else, that's not by chance. That's intentional. It shows that out of everyone there, you're the one she's thinking about. So even if her friends are around or she's in the middle of something, she'll pause just to greet you, giving you that moment of attention. It's usually brief but meaningful, maybe a smile, eye contact, or even a small touch, and then she continues with whatever she was doing. But the fact that she chose you first says everything, because people naturally prioritize what matters to them. So if you're consistently getting that first hello, that first glance, that first bit of energy, it's a strong sign you're not just anyone to her. Number 4, the spin back greeting. Gentlemen, this is one of those signals that's hard to fake. She might be walking past you, clearly on her way somewhere, focused on her own thing, and then suddenly she turns back just to say hi, almost like she forgot. But in reality, she didn't want to miss that moment with you. And it's not even about the greeting itself. It's the fact that she made the extra effort to come back when she could have easily kept moving. That shows you were on her mind even as she was walking away. Usually there's a small smile or a certain energy behind it that feels different, like she's quietly excited to see you. People don't just double back like that for everyone, so when it happens, it's a strong indication she's paying more attention to you than she lets on. Number 5, the eye contact lock-in. This isn't just a casual glance. It's when she looks at you and holds that gaze slightly longer than necessary. Even after the greeting is over, her eyes remain on you. There's often a softness in it too, maybe a slight smile or a calm energy that feels different from how she looks at others. It's not intense in an uncomfortable way, it's more like she's fully present with you in that moment. And that kind of eye contact doesn't happen by accident, because most people naturally look away quickly. But when someone is interested, they tend to hold that gaze just a bit longer without realizing it. It creates this quiet connection that's difficult to explain but easy to feel. So if she's locking eyes with you like that when she greets you, it's a strong sign you have her full attention and genuine interest. Number 6, the overly excited hey. You know that moment when she sees you and her entire energy suddenly lifts, right? She goes from normal to instantly bright and expressive, with a hey that carries much more emotion than a typical greeting. That's what I call the overly excited hey. It's not just a simple hello, it's a reaction. It's like she's genuinely happy or pleasantly surprised to see you, and it comes through in her voice before she can even filter it. The tone is usually higher, more drawn out, and more expressive than usual. Sometimes she'll even laugh a bit right after or smile as she says it. What makes it stand out is the contrast. You can usually tell she doesn't greet everyone that way. She reserves that kind of energy for someone who actually makes her feel something. So when you get that overly excited hey, it's not just politeness. It's a small but clear sign that your presence positively shifts her mood. Number 7, the touchy flick greeting. Gentlemen, this one practically says, I like you, but it's easy to miss at first. Once you notice it though, it stands out every time. It's when she greets you and adds those small, playful touches, like a light flick on your arm, a quick tap on your shoulder, or even a gentle push that isn't aggressive but feels playful. It usually comes with a smile or a laugh, making the whole interaction feel casual yet slightly charged at the same time. What makes it significant is that she doesn't do it with everyone. It becomes a subtle way of showing comfort and familiarity with you. Touch plays a major role in human interaction, and in psychology, this relates to something called affiliative touch behavior. That's when people use light, friendly physical contact to build connection, trust, or closeness without saying it directly. So when she adds that flick, tap, or playful contact during a greeting, it's often her way of gently crossing personal space boundaries to show she feels relaxed around you and enjoys your presence. Over time, you'll notice it becomes consistent. It's not random energy. It's a repeated signal that she's comfortable and engaged when she sees you. Number 8, the double text greeting. You know that moment when she messages you and it doesn't stop at just one text, right? She sends, hey, and then shortly after follows up with something like, what are you doing? Or, you there? That's what I call the double text greeting. It shows she didn't just want to say hello and leave it at that. She wanted a response and interaction, so she keeps the conversation going by sending that second message without waiting too long. What makes it interesting is the sense of urgency behind it. She doesn't want the moment to fade or go unnoticed, so she reaches out again to grab your attention. In psychology, this is linked to anticipatory engagement, which is when someone is mentally invested in a response before it even arrives. Instead of being passive, she actively pulls the conversation forward. When you notice that pattern, it usually means you're someone she enjoys talking to enough that one greeting just isn't enough. So now you understand the signs, right? Next time she says hi, pay close attention to the small details, the tone, the energy, the effort, because that's where the real message is. And if you made it this far, you already know what to do. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.